Not a huge shocker. Clayton Kershaw calling it quits after the 2025 season. We just had him on Dugout Discussions with Chris Rose, and he kind of took us through the whole thought process of how he would deal with that with his family and, what it would take to return in the 2026 season. So, one of the greatest pitchers we have obviously ever seen. We're talking about lowest ERA of anybody that has, made a certain number of starts and innings pitched and the whole bit. And then there's going to be the whole crew that'll go, oh, but what about in the playoffs? Well, what about in the playoffs? Guy ended up winning 2 rings. I know he didn't pitch in 2024. Okay, so he didn't live up to the standard entirely in the playoffs. You know who else didn't? Greg Maddux. You know who else at times didn't? Randy Johnson. That's all part of the deal here. But when you're talking about greatness, he's freaking awesome. And in this sport, you can have a bad start, and then we won't see you till next year if that sort of stuff happens in October. And that doesn't bother me when I look at the entirety of his career. Can he still be considered one of the greatest pitchers, even if his ERA in October is 4.5? Yes, in my opinion. Some people say, no. I don't live that way. I just think he was flat out incredible out there, incredible to watch, an MVP, a 3-time Cy Young Award winner, and loved to take the ball every 5 days. I mean, the first part of his career where he was injury-free, chalk him up, automatic. Obviously, the latter part of his career where he had back issues and, had a little bit of knee trouble and had a toe issue as well. It was a fight for him to get out there. And for him to have the perfect August like he did in 2025, in my book. I don't know. You guys might see it differently. But a tip of the cap to you, Clayton Kershaw. Thanks for providing so much fun.